Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and it's Friday. So today, we have a feel-good Friday, kinda, and why is that? Well, because everybody loves exploration, and this ties into a Friday funny because it is kind of humorous that the headline is NASA mission lines up to touch the sun, okay? And this is right here, a December 29th, 2023 article. Today is January 11th, 2024. And touching the sun basically means 3.8 million miles from the sun's surface. So in solar terms, that's touching the sun. And a project scientist said that we are basically almost landing on a star. So 3.8 million miles away from the sun's surface is almost basically landing on a star. So, that just, of course, talks about the heat of the sun. But this Parker solar probe is going to be traveling at 435,000 miles per hour. So, yeah, this is making some distance here. And right here, Parker will make the closest approach ever to the sun. But right here are some high-resolution views of the solar surface, or the photosphere, which is the solar surface. That's just some of the highest resolution pictures they have of the surface of the sun right now. And Parker was launched in 2018, and it has the goal of making repeated and ever closer passes of the sun. And so that 3.8 million miles from the sun's surface, they say, is 4% of the distance from the sun to the earth. So that's almost touching the sun. Is you can go from the sun to the earth, but you can't get any closer than the last 4%. And that, of course, is because of the temperatures of the very intense sun. This right here, they say that Parker will be sitting in the corona. So that's very interesting. The corona, which right here is only visible during to the earth during a total eclipse, a total solar eclipse. So yeah, we've all seen the pictures of the just outside of the sun, and that is where it's going to be. That's 3.8 million miles out. Okay. That's because Parker will be sitting in the corona, and we know it's getting to within 3.8 million miles of the sun. So, and right here it says, at the photosphere, at the surface, it's roughly 6,000 degrees Celsius, which translates to 10,832 degrees Fahrenheit. And actually, they said, but within the corona, it can reach a staggering 1,000,000 degrees or more. And that, 1 million, they don't say if it's Celsius or not. It says a staggering 1,000,000 degrees. So if it's 1,000,000 degrees Fahrenheit, we know what that is. But if it's 1,000,000 degrees Celsius, it's actually 1.8 million degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, it's pretty hot in the sun. And so right here, what is the photosphere? Where they say that at this photosphere, it's 6,000 degrees, the surface, the photosphere. Right here, this is a NASA site. This photosphere is the visible surface of the sun that we're most familiar with. And where it's up to a staggering 1,000,000 degrees or more in the corona, right here, the corona is the outermost part of the sun's atmosphere. It's usually hidden by bright light of the sun's surface. It makes it difficult to see without using special instruments. However, the corona can be viewed during a total solar eclipse. So yeah, that's the corona right there that Parker's going to be in, and it's going to be, this is 3.8 million miles. Okay. Yeah. This right here is, that right there is 3.8 million miles. So what is Parker? Well, right here, this is a NASA site too. And, this is how fast I guess it's traveling now. It doesn't really say, but they say, what is the Parker Solar Probe? Well, it's a scientific mission to unlock the mysteries of the sun's corona and solar wind. And it says a spacecraft that uses breakthrough technology and anatomy to endure heat and radiation like no other mission. All right, getting closest to the sun, like landing on it. They say a unique solar observatory that will orbit within 4 million miles of our star's surface to directly study the formation of solar wind. And it was named for the mission was named for Dr. Eugene Parker, the scientist who theorized the existence of solar wind. And so they want to use this to project. Well, actually what they say right here is Parker's knowledge will inform space weather forecasters for future crewed moon missions. And, probably a lot more. Like, when the sun is spewing out in our direction, and that can be a Carrington event. So, yeah, it would be nice if we had a heads up on that. And this right here, I guess, it says Parker has a sideways looking camera to detect light scattered off particles in the sun's corona. So, yeah, that's some interesting photography there too. I definitely like these pictures a lot. And this is Parker's orbit. So it's flying around Venus. It's got some things to do, but this is the orbit that it's flying in. So this is where it's getting, within 3.8 million, almost landing on, okay. Yeah, almost landing on the sun. 3.8 million miles away. But they're very excited about this mission, and it just kind of caught my attention. I like this stuff, and this, as I say, is just a little feel-good bit of information, and maybe they're, this Parker is gonna, I'm sure it will be bringing us more spectacular high-resolution pictures, and then it will help with space forecasts, but for right now, it's just a feel-good Friday, because everybody loves exploration, and most people, like what NASA does, and stay tuned, people.